So this is, I guess, what you call a video diary. I saw a psychiatrist, and they told me it might be a good idea for me to start writing down the things that I do, and I figured now would be a great time for that. So I'm going to start a little diary, like vlog type thing. Here's the story. So what happened is I think I'm going the right way. Uncle Sal called me up. I lost my job. I lost my job in the factory. It didn't feel like something I was cut out to do. Something that I really wanted to do. So I was sitting at home doing nothing, and I got a call. My Uncle Sal called me up and said, "Hey, listen, I want you to drive on over. I want you to stop and see me. And let's talk about your future." And I tried to get out of it. I'll be honest with you. I tried to get out of it, but he said, "What else are you going to do? You got nothing else to do." So I jumped in the truck, my old truck, as you can tell, and I came on over. He said, "Be here at 8 a.m. I got 9 minutes. I don't quite know where I'm going, but he says, "I want to talk to you about your future." Now, Uncle Sal, we don't know each other well. I mean, we see each other maybe once a year, maybe. I know he's some kind of big shot farmer. I know that he travels all over the place. He's never really in one spot for very long, like 2 or 3 years at the most. And he said, "Why don't you stop on over and we'll talk about future?" I keep repeating this because it's strange, isn't it? I mean, who would want to talk about somebody's future they only see once a year? I don't know what he has in mind. I don't know what he has planned for me, but we're gonna try it out and see. We're gonna see what he has in mind. It's not gonna hurt me any. What's this town? Bergmann? Oh man, I'm a New York City boy. What in the world is this place? Oh jeez. Oh wait. Okay, he said it was right up here, past this intersection. He said, "Go ahead and just pull right into the driveway." Yeah, this has to be it. Oh man. Not the easiest place to get into, but well, let's. Stupid truck. It's old. Uncle Sal. Uncle Sal, I'm here. What? Okay, I'll come on in. Where you at, Uncle Sal? You in the kitchen? Alright. What's this you want to talk about? You want to talk about my future? Alright, let's sit down and talk. Oh, man. Uncle Sal is, wow. So, here's the deal. Uncle Sal sat me down in his kitchen. He's ran off. He just jumped in his truck and he ditched the place. He said, "I know you've fallen on hard times. I know you've lost your job. I'm here to give you an opportunity. I've been called away to another farm in a different country even. I want you to run this farm." He wants to give me this farm and have me become the manager of the farm. He said, "I know you've never been a farmer before. There's some people in here in town that can help you out, give you jobs around the place, make sure you keep your money up. I'm going to give you $100,000. $100,000. And I want you to run this farm like it was yours." Now, his big stipulation was that he goes, "I'm going to return in 3 years' time. I want a return on my investment of at least $1 million in 3 years." That's his expectations. Now, he said he didn't want to tell me this because he really wants me to get that $1 million mark. But he said, "I will take anything above the $100,000 I'm giving you. I want to see at least $500,000. $500,000 in profit after 3 years. I don't want any loans. I want this running smoothly, and there's something I want you to do. I want you to be able to have up and running an animal husbandry or an animal farm that consists of sheep and goats, cows, pigs, and chickens and ducks. And I want milk, I want meat, I want all kinds of stuff. I want you to be able to turn this place around and make it very profitable. That's going to entail new equipment. However, he's got all new equipment for me. He said he purchased all new equipment for me before he left. It's going to mean new equipment, new technology around the farm. He gave me a nifty laptop. Look at this laptop. It's got all kinds of... It's got a map of the town. It's got the current prices around town for all the various things. Crops and wood and lumber and chips and stuff. And look at the meat, apple orchard. There's orchard in town. It's got all of my list for servicing. And he's got all this new equipment, and it's all serviceable. It's all serviced. Like, it's all up to par. None of it's leased. It's all ours. All owned. He wanted to show me that there's no loan. He knows there's no loan. There's no animals. There are some people around town. He gave me an email. There's already people sending me jobs that they want to give me on email. All kinds of different stuff they want me to do. He gave me all this, and he wants me to take it over. He said he wanted all these animals doing well. He wants all of the farm doing well. And he's going to be back. And anything over that $100,000, over that $600,000 is mine to keep. And if I meet that requirement or that level of expertise or a level of profit, then I get to keep my job and stay on for another 3 years. And he's just going to continue to keep going and helping people out on the farm. And I get to keep this house. I get to sleep in this house, use this house any way I want. And all the machinery, I could do anything I'd want with it. Keep it, let it go. Oh, there's a wall there. Keep it, let it go, get new equipment, anything I want. But this is the house that I get as payment. It's pretty neat. Let's see what we can do with it, shall we? I'll be back. I'm going to do some touring around the place. All right, so Uncle Sal says sorry he had to run out so quickly, but he wanted to let me know that he sent me an email with a document in it that, look at this farm. Anyway, sorry, the document on it that described everything we had just talked about. Everything that he expected of me, everything. Yeah, so just for record, let me go ahead and read this to you. This is my new, he says he realizes again that this is a rather large farm, and this is my first farming job. He said he was going to give me that $100,000 that we saw up there in the corner. He wants me to run a farm. He has given me full run of the farm to do as I wish, as long as the requirements are met. And he actually wrote down the requirements, sent them to me. They're a little bit different, but not much. It says in 3 years' time, he wants a fully up and running cow farm, chicken farm, sheep farm, pig farm, and goat farm. Unbelievable. He wants at least half of the chickens to be egg-laying chickens, and the rest of them we can do for meat. Same thing with the pigs, not the egg-laying, obviously, but he wants a regular pig farm with fattened piglets to go off for meat, for pork chops and whatnot. He wants a dairy farm or a dairy factory up and running, and no loans. And what do I get out of this, you say? I get to keep, after 3 years' time, I get to keep anything above the $600,000 mark. That's $500,000 profit from the 3 year time. I'm able to do anything as far as contracts or extra jobs around town. I get to use all the equipment that I want. I get to buy any equipment that I want as long as it's for the farm. That's the big thing. It's got to be for the farm. It's interesting. It's one heck of a deal. And he reminded me, because I didn't know this, he said, listen, there's a shop. I even got my own shop that I could sell stuff in right here. It opens up. There's an attendant that already comes in here and works. I just had to put stuff in it to sell. So that's interesting. Here must be some of the equipment. Oh, look at this. I've got a gator to drive around. I've got a delivery van. That's going to come in handy. I do believe this is horses. I've got horses that I can bring up. It wasn't one of the animals that he requested, but it would be extra income. I could board horses. I got some equipment back here. He gave me all the silage, and I think I've got silage bales over here. He said there would be a... Yep, I've got 50. I've got all this silage that I can use. I've got a bunch of hay. I've got a bunch of straw. I've got all kinds of equipment, seeds, everything. I mean, he's given me a real good chance to hit the ground running on my first day. Speaking of my first day, I guess it's time for me to get started. I don't have any animals yet. But you know what? We can change that. He said there was a... an animal transport truck up with the cow. Oh, looks like we went to scale a wall. All right. What is this? Oh, it's the dairy factory. Ha! It's the dairy factory. All right. Well, this is... He wants this up and running. I don't know if we own this or not. He told me if I hit this button, we do own it. We do own it. We just got to get it up and working. So let's see what's behind this gate. We have a John Deere tractor. I do believe he said this is where the calves are housed. It sure is. And there's some straw down here for us to take advantage of. That comes in handy. There's a transport. Alright, so we got a transport trailer that we can start bringing chickens and stuff over with. Alright, some more storage, I think. Oh, there's a seed maker. Okay, that's kind of nifty. We got some drains. All right, well let's go grab my truck. Let's go grab my pickup truck and we'll get this to work. Let's go get some chickens. And we're gonna load up the chicken farm. And I'll see you when we're done. Oh, I left the lights on. I hope it starts up. All right, well, guess what? Your video diary, I've ran into my first problem already. I'm going full speed, the pedal to the metal in my old pickup truck. I am doing 19 miles an hour, and I quickly realized that it is really not up to snuff when it comes to driving for this animal trailer. I mean, it is not powerful enough. It's too low to the ground. I could barely get out of the driveway because it teeter-tottered on the entrance. So I got a feeling our first stop is going to be over to the shop, which I do believe is up the street here, and see what we could do about a trade-in for a new pickup truck. I'll see you in a bit. I do believe it's part of my iPad here that we can go in and see about getting a new truck. It'll be my first big purchase for the farm. This is my sacrifice because I'm going to give it to the farm. So, I mean, I am all in after this purchase, but I think it's a necessity. So, we'll see you in a minute. See what we come up with. See, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't even get down the road, and I am too low to the ground. I can't even get into the shop, and I'm blocking traffic up in the middle of the road. We're gonna have to run in here quick and make this quick, and sell my truck. So I'm gonna come in here and talk to him about, hey there, I'd like to buy a new truck. You guys have any trucks for sale? What can I do? Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so she told me I can go ahead and download it on here, and I can get looking at a new truck. See, I'm running 200 horsepower now because they have my truck for sale. I can get this Ford. And it's a service truck too. It's got a hitch to it too. I think I like this. It's $15,000. That's doable. We could do gloss green. That was the rim color. I don't want gloss green for the rim color. The main color. That's what. Gloss green. And go with a darker gray. Or even we can go a jet black. Well, I like that. We put design on the side. I like the motor truck service. Oh, Sinclair. I like the Sinclair. Let's go with the Sinclair. We want new body. Let's go with a new body. What is this? Oh, the tension belts. Service, either tension belts or service components. Let's go with a regular bed. We're going to go with a regular bed. And we're going to get the toe tune for sure. I really hope. Thank you very much. $16,000. Look at this puppy. I'm really hoping this is big enough to pull this. Oh, it sounds nice. Okay, let's hop out. We gotta do this in a hurry. Move the old truck out of the way. Now. Well, so far so good. Alright. It's awfully low too. I don't think that's going to work. Oh. Dealership, I'm sorry, but looks like we're going to have to lose some money on this. We're going to have to sell off the truck. At least we get all of our money back for it. I'm going to sell off my pickup truck because it's not big enough. And we're going to have to get something bigger. Something higher up off the ground. Get a Ford Super Duty. I heard it snows a lot here. It might be worth it to get the snow plow. Or the Toyota flatbed. I like the Toyota flatbed. We've also got the Chevy Silverado. That's only $15,000. That's a used one. It's an 06. We can go with the Chevy, the big Chevy. We got an 83 Ford. They want $36,000 for that. That's crazy. We got Dodge Ram. But again, it's $54,000. I don't think we're ready for that. Ooh, we got the we got the service van. It's probably not big enough though. I think for what they have in stock at the present moment, for me to be able to get, I think it's going to be between probably the used Chevy Silverado. Oh, it's new stock. It's new stock. And it's got a Duramax in it. I just don't know if that's pumped up enough. Is it tall enough? That's the Ranch Heavy. That sounds about right. We don't need any fancy rims, that's for sure. But we will take the dually for some extra power. See, the dually 650 horsepower, where the Duramax is 550. So it looks like it's Gonna go something like this. I think we're going to go with this. Oh no, let's get. Do we have any choice? Oh, we got main. We got a main choice color. We got Kloss green. No. Black. No. 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 Baby blue? I don't think so. I like the gray. So 16,900 and it's at the store, he says. Oh, not bad. Start her up, see what she sounds like. Oh, it's even got a fifth wheel, so if we ever upgrade, we got the fifth wheel option. We got some nice seats. It's got, oh look at that. It's got a chipped. It's chipped even. It's got the nice blue headlights. Almost ran into the trailer. Boy, I left this trailer at a wrong spot. Oh man, I can't see anything. Up. We are. I think we need to get out and see how this sits on this trailer. Oh, it is definitely off the ground. We got to step in the right direction. All right, folks. Let's head off to the off to the animal dealer. And see if we can't figure out how many chickens we can get. See you after a bit. Alright, we've arrived. We're just backing on in. We're going to see about some animals. Let's see, they got some piglets, some pigs, we got some goats, we got some cows. I think we're going to start off with some chickens. Wonder how many we can get in this truck. Can we get 100 of them in here? That would be $500. Well, we can get a bunch. Says we're full. Okay. I'd like to come back here and see my chickens. Did I park too close? Chickens. Chickens. Can't see them. Let's move up some. Let's open the cover on the back. Oh, they put them in boxes. I think all the pigs, or all the chickens in boxes. So let's go ahead and get back to the farm. We'll get back to the farm. We're gonna unload these chickens in their new home and get them fed. We're gonna learn how to raise some chickens. So I'll see you when we get back to the shop. Alright, Dear Video Diary, Chapter 2. So I figured out how to feed the chickens right here. It's kind of nifty. This bag left by Uncle Sal, it was sitting right over there. You pick it up with this telehandler over here that you see with the bag attachment on the front. And you throw it on top of this nice little stand, and it auto feeds down, so it keeps it full all the time. So I just have to watch for this bag to disappear. That means it's empty, and we'll be all set there. So I've got all these healthy chickens, and by the way, between times I also brought some roosters over. Let me see if they're fertile yet. Well, we don't have any fertile chickens yet, which is fine. They'll be fertile eventually, but you can see we got full water and full food. So we'll be producing some eggs. Oh, look at that. We got 1 egg produced already. And it looks like it comes in. Yep. Look at this. Brings it in a big box. Right there. How about that? So the chicken farm's on its way. Now, I don't know that I want to jump into another animal quite yet. So let's see if we can't do maybe some work, shall we? We have some cultivating work. Some people wanted us to do some work for them around town. Uncle Sal told me that this was a possibility that we could do this. They got some weird names. Reinhold, Benjamin. That's not weird, but Yui Ziegler. How about that? So we can make some money here. We haven't taken out any kind of loan. We're doing good. We're at 112,000. We started with 100. It's because I sold my truck and gave it to the farm. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and get back on my PDA. This is the email from Ziegler. It's field 15. Let's get my map of the county. Field 15 is right there. I'm blind as a bat. I was like, I don't see a field 15. So I've got Henry. Henry of Henry he's my worker, I guess you could say. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tractor up there with the cultivator, and we'll put Henry to work. Get him started and see if we can't make some money. We'll see you after a bit, okay? Thanks for tuning in. All right, well, we made it over here to field 15 to help out Mr. Ziegler. I had to spend $39,000 for a new cultivator. I'm getting paid, what did he say he'd pay me? $2,500. So I'm a little bit in the hole after this job, but plus the wages for Mr. Henry that's driving down the way there. But hey, we needed a cultivator. Uncle Sal didn't get one. I don't know why. We have everything else, but we don't have a cultivator. So I sent Henry off. Hopefully we can make good friends with Mr. Ziegler here, and he can help us out in the future. That's the ultimate plan here. Just be nice to the neighbors and kind of go with it. So I'm going to go over here and check out my field over here. This is field 5. Obviously, it looks like some stuff needs to be done to it. Was it 5.2 acres? It needs some lime and some. It doesn't have any weeds though. It's not fertilized, but it needs some lime. So I think that's the first thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to go grab a tractor and hook up to our spreader and get some lime on this field, and then we'll see about plowing it under. Back over to this. All right, snafu number 2. I went to go get some lime and realized we don't have a spreader for the lime. So I've stopped back on over here to the shop and going to pick up a nice spreader, 6-meter spreading unit. And I went with the big capacity, so it'll hold 14,000. And then we can maybe throw some fertilizer in this at some point and do some fertilizing contracts maybe. I heard there's some of those going to be around. So we're going to go ahead and buy it, and that is all she wrote there. So I'm going to go ahead and go pick this up, fill it up with some lime, and I'll meet you back over on field 5. We're learning as we go, people. That's all I can say about this. We're learning as we go. Back over this. So I thought I would show you guys this project because we didn't get to see it before. So I thought I would show it to you this time. So I need to get some lime down. Uncle Sal bought some bags of lime. They're up here on the top shelf. And I get it with this nice bag. Oop, don't go too far. Of course, the one I've got now is seeds, I do believe. That's not the one I need. And it is obviously heavy, as you can tell. My goodness gracious. Woo! I should customize this and get a weight put on the back of this thing. My goodness. Now hopefully I can get in enough to get this one. You know what? I think Uncle Sal said he built these the same way. Yep, grab the rope and pull it down. Just got that big bag underneath there so I can't go too far. That should be good enough, I think. Oh, it's not gonna like this. I got it. All right. Let's see if we can bring this back. It's gonna tip us over, I got a feeling. Boy, I don't know if I can get... We might be able to get this over to our trailer. But I think that's where we're going to have to stop. Boy, this is going to be an adventure right here. We're going to fill up here, head on over to field 5. And Henry invited his sister over. Thought she might be able to help. I don't know if 2,000 liters is going to be enough. But we're going to drive over and meet Henrietta over there at the field. I think it's his sister anyway. We'll meet her over at field 15 and field 5, and we'll set her loose on putting some lime down in our field. See you in a bit. It's Henrietta, all right. She could have waited until after we got out of the way before she started, going crazy at it. But she's going at it. And I don't think we're going to have enough. We're going to have to get some more lime for her, obviously, because she's down to like 6% now. So we're going to grab some more lime, have it delivered over to the yard, and go from there. We're learning. We're learning that that's not enough. So we will grab some lime and get her back on the road. And next, I think after that, we're probably going to maybe see about some horses. See about boarding some horses or get some cows or another animal of some sort. We'll have to check it out and see. Stay tuned. Uncle Sal is giving us a big task. I think we might have to take out our first loan. He said it's going to happen, and I'm okay with it as long as we get it paid back. And I think we'll be able to. So, all right, we'll see you after a bit. All right, well, she ran out really quick, and she called me up and said, I don't have all day to wait. So I went ahead and ordered some and told them to rush the delivery. So they said they were going to rush it and deliver it straight. There it is. Straight to the farm. And that is a lot of it. We're just going to go ahead and fill this thing up to the brim. While that's filling up, why don't we go check on our chickens? Bag of feed is still there, so that's good news. How we doing over here, ladies? We got 3 liters now. Let's go to my PDA here and check on our chickens. Are any of them fertile? The roosters obviously are not, but see if the roosters are doing their job. Not fertile, not fertile, not fertile. Maybe it's because they have to be a little bit older before they're fertile. That's fine. no biggie. Let's go check on our lime, see how our lime's doing. Alright, we almost have the first pallet loaded in. Thank you, Mr. Chicken. That gives us 3,000. That's not going to be enough either. So we're going to swing around over here. Grab this pallet right over here. Let's give her 6 and then we'll get her back on the road. And we'll go from there. We'll get her started and then we'll talk about which animal we're going to buy next. And then we'll probably stop it there for the day. So let's go ahead and get her back on the road. We'll see you over there. Alright, we got her going. She's going to get that field all limed up and then we'll be all set to go from there. So here's the chance we get to talk about our next animals. Should it be pigs? Because pigs you just raise for meat. And meat right now for pork chops, according to today's average, now it's going to be a bit till we can use it, is $4,507 per 1,000 liters. Now I don't know what a pig liter will be as far as that's concerned, but the price is pretty high. Chickens is already high, if you notice that, so that's great news. We also should probably invest and max out maybe our chickens with meat chickens. We also have sheep that we can get that will do the wool, and then when they're too old to worry about, we can get well, we can get some. I guess we can get some wool or some sheep that's just for those. Should we invest in the orchards? That's it. That's something we haven't talked about yet. We can get some orchards. What do you think our next step should be? I'm curious. I'm going to let you guys choose. Should it be an animal? And if so, which one do you think? Or should we go with the orchard and the greenhouses and start up those? And so we can profit from those, because those are obviously pretty profitable too. And they can go through the winter time, from my understanding. So comment below, if you will. If you haven't liked this stream yet, and if you like what you see, by all means, hit that like button below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you haven't already, and hit that bell so that way you'll be notified of the next Bergmann survival series or role play here that we get. You could be notified of that. It's only been a couple hours. Sal's already biting my butt and asking if I've gotten to work and if I've made him any money. I told him that I had to buy a couple pieces of equipment and some lime, and he's not too happy to hear about that, but he's given us 3 years. So he just wants me not to lose his money. So stay tuned for the next episodes, and we will see you next time. Make sure you stop by and say hi. See you later, guys. Be careful out there. God bless.